Hey guys, it's Parker, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. Sorry for no Friday upload, but there was a reason why, and it's Iron Banner sucks. Now, usually I don't put negative videos on my channel, but it's kind of hard to be positive about this one. Before we get into it, I just wanted to thank everyone that's given me support over the last few weeks. It's been incredible, all the views, the likes, the subscriptions, all the comments. It means the world to me. It motivates me to keep going. I appreciate every single one of you, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Parker. I post 3 videos a week, Tuesday, usually Friday, and Sunday. I post live commentary videos. If that's something that you might be interested in, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can unsubscribe later if you don't enjoy the content anymore. Whenever Iron Banner is brought up, people think of it in a negative light, and I've always thought to myself, well, Iron Banner sucks. But then I thought to myself, why does it actually suck? What's the reasons behind why it sucks? So I put a list together of 7 things that I thought were the reasons why Iron Banner wasn't as fun as what I remembered when it first came out back in Destiny 1. I think number 1 is the mediocre loot that Iron Banner brings. None of the loot in Iron Banner is worth the grind. Whenever you're playing Trials, there's always an adept weapon that's usually pretty good. The loot in Iron Banner is just horrible. Nothing's really meta, nothing's real exciting. The reason Trials brings so many people is because there's an adept weapon every week that's usually the top of PvP. You know, the Igneous Hammer, the Eye of Soul next season. Those are guns that are going to be extremely exciting, they're going to be fun to use, and they're going to be worth the grind that Trials provides. Iron Banner just doesn't bring that for me. Now, reason number 2 is Iron Banner replaces Quickplay. I believe about 7 months ago, they decided that when Iron Banner comes out for the week, it's going to take away regular control. This time around, it took out Checkmate, which is what I was recording gameplays on, and it only leaves the weekly rotator and rumble. Now, whenever you're doing a weapon review, rumble is extremely hard because you have all these other people in the game trying to kill you at the same time, and if you're not comfortable with that weapon, it's a little too much, and rumble's not going to go great. Also, 4 to 5 people leave every single rumble match if they're not doing well, and that's very aggravating. The weekly rotator is always hit or miss for me. I usually never want to play it. If it's mayhem or eruption, I'm not going to queue that game mode. When Iron Banner is the only quote-unquote regular mode there, me personally, I would just rather not play Destiny at all than play Iron Banner. Now we're going to start to get into some of the reasons why I think Iron Banner is even worse from a mechanical standpoint. Point number 3 are the long queue times. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I know why the queue times are longer, but I can give you my best guess. And one is that Iron Banner is constantly breaking up matches because it's so unbalanced. I just know that whenever I queue for it, it takes about 3 to 4 minutes to find a game, and the game is always unbalanced. And then at the end of the game, it always breaks up teams. So maybe when it's breaking up the teams, it takes longer to find a match with balanced teams. I'm not exactly sure why. I just know that waiting 4 to 5 minutes for a queue for a game mode I don't even want to play is very aggravating and makes it that much easier to hop off the game. That's going to lead into point 4, which is whenever you get into a game, it always seems like the teams are unbalanced. A few seasons ago, they were talking about how they understood that matchmaking was messed up in Iron Banner and they're doing the rest to fix it. It's been months, and I haven't seen any strides to try to fix it. They released a letter that they're going to try to update PvP in the future. We'll see if that does anything for Iron Banner. As you can see in the screenshots that I'm going to show right now, it seems like you're the only one that puts up a fight and the rest of the team struggles, or your entire team got dumpstered and the whole other team did well. Most of the time, someone's getting mercy in Iron Banner, and I don't know why that is. It's just how it always seems to be. I hope they figure it out because the skeleton crew that's running PvP right now are just not cutting it. Number 5 is one of those weird niche things that really bugs me, and it's when teams throw on purpose. Now, if you weren't aware, the fastest way to unlock the emblem from Iron Banner is to throw games on purpose and lose, because you get the most points from a completed game, not a game that you win. So what will happen is on Destiny LFGs, there will be people who are trying to get a 6-stack of people who want to throw the match. Now, it's super aggravating. In the couple of games that I played today, I had 2 teams of 3 that were just completely not playing the game. And being AFK also awards you the same amount of points. So what's the point of even playing? I feel like they need to put a system in place that if you lose, you get significantly less points than if you win. And that would definitely increase the amount that somebody would play or want to play, and it would almost completely eliminate throwers. I don't understand why they can't implement that. That seems like it would be a very easy change. Again, pretty aggravating, but it is what it is. Number 6 is going to be team stacking. Now, I have no issue with playing with your friends or maybe going and find an LFG of similar skill levels, but Destiny can't handle this system. I don't know why they can't handle it. It's been out for 10 years, but when you go into a stack, Destiny all of a sudden decides that it has no idea what skill-based matchmaking is. It has no idea who it's going to place you with. Usually it'll put you up against weaker competition from what I've seen in Iron Banner, but again, that makes absolutely no sense, and I can't tell you why it does that, but it just seems to. So I have no issue with people playing with friends. I have an issue with Destiny's system of putting stacks against other stacks. You would think that if you go into a game with a 3 stack or a 4 stack, it would put you against another team of a 3 or a 4 stack, but that just doesn't seem to be the case, and it's very frustrating when you go against a whole team of very skilled players and you get a bunch of blueberries on your team. I know just today I had a game where I had 4 people stacked and the whole other team were 2 stacks. I don't understand why it doesn't put them against another 4 stack team. To me, it seems like it would solve all the issues if you had to wait for a stack of the same size to face you. I wish they would implement something like that. Whenever I solo queue, I'd like to see some other solo queues on the game. I hate running into a 6 stack or a 5 stack. Just help me out. I never seem to have stacks on my team, and it always seems like the team that has a bigger stack always wins. My last and 7th point is probably the largest one for me personally, and that's going to be that the stakes were a lot higher in Destiny 1 when this mode first came out. If you don't remember, when Iron Banner dropped, it was shortly after release, and not everyone was max level yet. And what the Iron Banner was it was a new area in the tower that opened up. There was a new vendor, there's new bounties, and there's new weapons, new armors. Everything was exciting about the game mode. And if you remember back then, it was level based. I believe level 8 was the max. I know it's almost comical because now we're at light level like 1800, and back then it was level 8. Not being max level back then was a huge disadvantage, so it really rewarded those who played a lot more, and it really made you want to go and grind to be a higher level so you can compete in this competitive game mode. Before Iron Banner came out, everything was balanced. Your weapons, no matter what your light level, just like Crucible today. And then Iron Banner was a way to go get exciting new rewards, but you were rewarded for being a higher level. There was higher stakes back then, there was more riding on it, and I just feel like now that we're in year 9 of Iron Banner, there's no way they could make any of the stakes higher. There's no way they can incentivize people playing. It's just not as good. Well, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys could relate to something I said. If you guys have any other issues you have with Iron Banner that I didn't go over, please drop a comment down below and let me know how you feel. I know there's a lot of people out there that feel similar to me because I see it all over X and Twitter and Reddit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support I've gotten. I would be nothing without you guys. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.